Hey guys, welcome back to Your House of Terror, and welcome to number 4 of Cameron Miss. I hope you guys are doing well tonight, and I hope you all had a wonderful day, whatever it is whatever it is you guys did. You guys are watching this on the December 9th as I'm filming this. So yeah, you guys are watching this December 9th, and also tomorrow is my 25th birthday as you guys are watching this. So yeah, tomorrow's my 25th birthday. I can't believe it went by so fast. And I'm super excited. So, wait, also I got a different Christmas sweater. This has Snoop Dogg on it. I got this on my birthday last year too. So yeah, how you guys like this other Christmas sweater I have on? I think it looks pretty cool on me. So yeah, it does have Snoop Dogg on it, even though I don't listen to his music. Okay, so tonight's video is going to be a scary Christmas monster. I read this online and I decided to share it with you guys for tonight's Christmas video. So I found this to be super scary whenever I was reading it. And some of the parts sent a chill down my spine whenever I was reading them. So, this Christmas monster is called the Grither. So yeah, that's what this story is called, the Grither. And before I start this video, I have a special video coming out tomorrow. Since tomorrow is my birthday, you guys will see a special video from me tomorrow. So yeah, you guys are watching this video on December 9th. So let's just get started with the video. There was a mother and father who had 2 kids. The kids were sitting on the floor with coloring books. They were just coloring in their coloring books. The father was on the couch reading a newspaper. The mother was in the kitchen, and the one of the kids asked the father to tell a scary story, to tell a really scary story. But yeah, wait, it was Christmas Eve in the story. That's what I forgot to say. So yeah, it was Christmas Eve. One of the kids asked her father to tell a scary story, a really scary one. So yeah, he decided to tell them a really scary story since one of them asked for it. The girl asked for it. So he told them that this story is going to be called the Grither. The Grither. So the kids sat down on the floor to listen to their father's story. And he told them the story. The Grither is a terrifying monster that lives in the snowy mountains in the North Pole. He loves the cold. He don't care if he freezes to death. He lives in a cave in the snowy mountains at the North Pole. And he's the scariest monster. And he has big, huge ears. Okay, I just remembered a part in the story. The mother said, maybe you should not tell them the story. Maybe you shouldn't say that. So yeah, The mother said you should not say the Gritter's name because he can hear you far away. Because the Gritter has big ears and he can hear people mention his name far away. So yeah, he has big ears and he he can hear people call his name. Okay, I don't remember any other parts in the story, so I'm gonna say some interesting parts to make this video interesting for you guys. So I'm gonna say a few scary parts to make this video interesting for you guys. So the father was still telling the kids the story, and the mother said he probably should not tell them the story about the Gritter because the Gritter can hear him say his name. And nobody was not allowed to say his name because he can hear them from far away. So he was telling them the scary story. The Gritter loves to live in the cold mountains at the North Pole. And he does not care about the cold weather because he loves it so much and he doesn't care if he freezes to death. And he has really big ears. He can use his ears to fly. Sorry, just check and see what time it is on my TV. Right now it's 5:52 as I'm filming this. Okay, and the brother was feeling scared of the story because he found the story to be really scary. So yeah, he was getting really scared because the story was so creepy. And also, years ago, the Gritter lived on a sailing ship. Years ago, the sailing ship crashed, killing a lot of people. They died of a horrible death when the sailing ship crashed. And the Gritter started to live in the North Pole in a cave. And the brother was feeling really scared of the story. But the father kept telling the story whenever he was feeling scared. Okay, and the mother said maybe the Gritter is on his way to our house. He'll be here any minute. And also, the sister was feeling scared of the story because she found it to be so creepy. And the brother said, does the Gritter look like Bigfoot? The father said, no, he's not like Bigfoot. And he's so big. He's big as a tree. So yeah, the Gritter is big as a tree. He can bend down and touch the ground too. And the father was also saying maybe the Gritter was listening to us. And the brother was getting more scared of the story. He cried a little bit. So yeah, he cried a little bit because the story was creeping him out so much. The mother said the Gritter can be on his way to our house any minute. Maybe he was listening, she said. It made the son feel creeped out even more. The son was getting more scary. He was getting more scared of the story. But he begged his father to stop telling the story because it was so creepy. But he would not stop telling the story. And he said that in the story, the Gritter's ears is really big. He uses them to fly. And he hates when people mention his name or say his name. And also, the Gritter's arms, he has big arms. He uses his arms to squeeze people's heads. He squeezes their heads until they pop like balloons. So yeah, he uses his long arms to squeeze people's heads until they pop like a balloon, which is pretty terrifying. Okay, this story scares me a little bit. Some of the parts in the story made me feel scared whenever I was reading them. So yeah, the father said the Grither can probably be over to our house any minute. And he said there's no such thing as the Grither. And he asked his kids, "Do y'all believe in the Grither?" And they said, "No, we don't believe in the Grither." And the father laughed, saying, "There is no such thing as the Grither. I made up the story." So yeah, he made the story up. And the mother said he did not finish telling the story. But she said, you didn't even finish telling the story." But yeah, the father said there's no such thing as the Grither because he made it up. He made up the story to scare his kids to death. So yeah, he did scare his kids to death. Okay, here's another part in the story I remembered. When the mother said you didn't finish telling the story, suddenly the door opened all by itself and a big gust of wind flew into the house, and it was so cold. It was so cold in their house whenever this big huge gust of wind came inside their house, and these big huge arms came inside the house, grabbed the parents by the head. So yeah, it was the Grither. He came to their house when the father told the story to the kids because his kids didn't believe it. And they were screaming in horror, saying the Grither is real. The Grither is real. But now they believed in the Grither. So yeah, his huge arms popped inside their house, grabbed the parents by their heads, squeezing them hard until their heads popped like balloons. And the kids watched in horror as the Grither grabbed their parents by the head and squeezed their heads like balloons. And that's how the story goes. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed that story. So yeah, that was the story of the Grither. So yeah, don't ever mention his name and do not tell the story about him because he will grab your head and squeeze it like a balloon if you mention his name or tell the story about him. So yeah, I would never mention his name or tell the story about him. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video in number 4 of Cameron Miss. If y'all enjoyed this video, give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't already, so you guys don't miss a new video I post every single week. And I hope I didn't scare you guys too much. I really hope I didn't scare you guys way too much. But I hope you guys weren't scared. So yeah, I will see you guys in tomorrow's video, which is my birthday video. So see you guys tomorrow on my birthday, and bye guys, and as always, stay spooky. Peace.